My name is Tracy Clark, and this is my personal journey of my life as it is today. God is the most sustaining thing I have in my life, and I have a lot of blessings, including my 3 children. When I was younger, I dealt with a very low self-esteem of myself because I'm short, I'm 4'11". So in school, I was teased a lot by the in crowd, and so I was considered one of the outcasts. Well, I started hanging out with these other kids, and as I got to know who they were and know who they were on the inside, God began showing me who I was on the inside. And as I began to learn about them and God began showing me that if they mattered, I matter to God. And so therefore, out of that heart revelation, he began changing who I was from the inside out. And it's like I became this brand new, tall person. Even though I didn't change on the outside, I began changing on the inside. And the more I learned about God, the more I learned about myself. So that to me is a learned behavior, because the more you learn about something, the more you grow. And our outlook in life is perceived from what we allow ourselves to see. And so you take social media, if you start seeing it just with your normal vision, you start posting things because you get likes and you get people commenting, but do they really know who you are on the inside? Or are you just portraying somebody so you can get likes and comments, because that validates you, that makes you feel good? But what really validates us? What does validation mean? And to me, validation is, it comes from God, and it's about the physical, emotional, and spiritual being. And so therefore, if we are looking for validation, humans themselves, in and of themselves, cannot validate us because they're humans. And we can't expect somebody to be this perfect person and never fail, because we all fail in one aspect or another. The only person and being that is perfect is God. And he is the only one that is meant to validate us, because everybody else at one time or another will let us down. And that's why I believe that there's broken relationships and broken marriages, because we put expectations on each other, and especially in marriages, husband and wives, they put expectations on each other that shouldn't be there. And so the other person feels like they're held to this higher standard, and if they don't meet those higher standards, then they're failing. And so then we get the issue of us being a failure comes into play, because we can't meet these needs. And so I believe that if we truly are wanting and needing to be validated, that will come from knowing who God is and what he means to us. And as if when we look to God for that, that fills every void in our beings. And so therefore, when we go to social media, I have Facebook and Instagram, and I'll post every once in a while, not like I used to, but I'm not doing it to be validated. I'm doing it, I will put a verse, or I will put something about who I am, and the loss of my husband, and how God has sustained me and my family through that time. So therefore, it covers, myself, who I am in God. It covers God, who is God. How much does he love us? And it includes others, because when we love God and we learn who we are, we can take that love and love others. And an example would be, I have had a best friend for almost 12 years. And we had a falling out, and she believed somebody else that she known for a few months over me about some issue, and we just quit talking. And I had the realization, and God confirmed it through me, through other people, that God was going to take care of this, that it's okay. This relationship is going to be okay, even though I felt like I lost, because even though this human being was still alive and living, and to me, they were dead, because our relationship was dead. So therefore, God had to take me through a forgiveness time, and And forgiveness, when you're forgiving somebody, it doesn't mean you're letting them off the hook. All it means is that you're letting go to let God release you in that freedom so he can deal with the relationship. And in doing that, I want to encourage all y'all that God does mend the broken hearts. When you allow God to move and allow God to work, God does move and God does work. And he has brought that relationship back into my life when I had the loss of my husband. But there again, God will take good and make it out of the bad. He takes good out of everything. And so therefore, through all of this, I had learned that that there's a lot of knowledge to be learned in Christ. And so taking this course and taking this class has showed me a lot. Thank you.